Good evening, I'm Paula Todi. The week ahead will be filled with tributes to a fallen officer. This Father's Day is no exception. Since the murder of Cincinnati police officer Sonny Kim, there has been an outpouring of support for his family and the entire police department. And we are learning more about the man who paid the ultimate price for our community. Local 12's Brad Underwood joins us live from the Police Officer Memorial outside police headquarters with a look at Kim's childhood in the tri-state. Brad.
Well, good evening, Paula. It's a part of the story that really hasn't been told about Officer Sonny Kim. Since Friday, we've learned about his careers both as a police officer with the Cincinnati Police Department as well as his career as a master of karate. But only a small group of people know about his childhood, a kid growing up in Norwood. In Norwood and across greater Cincinnati, American flags fly at half-staff after Officer Sonny Kim was murdered on Friday in Madisonville. Kim was a decorated officer, dedicated sensei, loving family man, and a friend to many.
I would guess about 81, 82, he moved away with his family to Chicago. And it was probably about 86 or so when Sonny came back. Lived with an aunt again in Norwood. And we reconnected and had a lot of good times along the way, and a lot of good memories. He was a good guy for sure.
Jeff Reynolds says he and Kim were childhood buds. They went to school together at Sharpsburg Elementary and later Norwood Junior High. Reynolds has a lot of stories about the times they spent in Norwood together, one in particular, a sleepover at his house.
At the time, the landlord was doing some remodeling, so he took out a bunch of drywall. And we were upstairs. I came down before Sonny, and next thing you knew, I hear all this commotion and Sonny flying down the steps, and he's like, there's bats, and I'm like, what? And during the construction, the drywall going, a bunch of bats came out of this attic and they're flying around, and Sonny was scared on the edge of his life, and my mom, kind of like I got from her, but we immediately gave him grief. Come on, karate man, they're bats. You're scared of bats? And he was, excitable, and he's like, man, they're all over. And of course, me and Sonny, we sent Mom up there with a pillowcase on her head and a broom, and we could hear her batting them and beating around, and got the bats out. But yeah, that was a good memory, and a lot of good memories.
Memories like skating at Cincinnati Gardens or just the afternoons walking around the neighborhood. Just a couple of months ago, Reynolds says he saw Kim for the first time in about a year or so. They were both stopped at a traffic light.
And he's like, Jeff, call me, let's get together. And we were stuck in a red light. We didn't get to talk much, but he said, call me. And he said, let's get together. And I didn't make the call, and I wish I did. You never know, obviously, but he was a good guy.
Good guy, great man, and some other words that Jeff used to describe Sonny Kim, just a great friend, a loyal friend, very humble. The same kind of words we heard last night in Loveland at a vigil outside the middle school. And speaking of Loveland, tomorrow at the high school from 9 a.m. until noon, their doors will be open for anyone who needs any kind of counseling service or just needs someone to talk to about what has happened to Sonny Kim. Reporting live tonight outside District 1, Brad Underwood, Local 12 News. Paula.
All right, thank you, Brad. And